Nobody was ever in this industry before. We all came from something completely different background. My background actually was in sport. I was an Olympic athlete.
O Petrix Aguiar, o carinho do Petrix, né, para quem está acompanhando em casa.
I know my first wallet from 2016 year.
Jax,
Not very useful wallet. The first time he lost 50k, second time he lost 5k, and third time he lost 15k.
I think the best marketing tool is a happy customer. Not a single large-scale company were built on Twitter Spaces.
We spoke about that. That's why we have now more than 5 companies who provide travel solutions, because most of them trying to be unique. Nice to meet you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we know each other a little bit before.
Yes.
And here is Petrix. He is CEO of Matchain.
Yes.
And I'm Andrei, CEO of Match Systems. Nice to meet you.
It's a match.
It's a match. It's a match.
Yes.
That's it. First question, I think we could talk that how you joined this all crypto activities because I saw that you have some economical and finance background, and after that, what's happened?
Yes, it's very interesting, right? Nobody was born. This industry is not a generational industry. It's too young, right? Like 15 years we have in the whole blockchain space since Bitcoin came to life. So nobody was ever in this industry before. We all came from something completely different background. My background actually was in sport. I was an Olympic athlete. Gymnast, doing gymnastics, which is very popular. Yeah. This is just the leftover. I don't work out anymore. This is collateral damage. 20 years on professional sport. I did the representing Brazil and Portugal, both 2 flags. And that actually was the way that led me into crypto, because after the Olympic Games in 2016 Rio de Janeiro, I moved to Miami, and Brazil called me. I mean, I think I never even spoke about this publicly, but whatever. They said, if you don't go back to Brazil right now, you're out of the national team. I said, okay, I'm not coming back. I want to stay in Miami and train over here. When they did this, they really cut me out, and I said, okay, I lost the sponsor, salary, a bunch of things that I had. My education was already in finance, economics, because of sports. I always had the best scholarships, opportunity to good education. And when I was in Miami, I lost my sponsors, I lost my national federation to compete. What am I going to do with my savings? So either play poker, go to casinos, and then or go stocks or something. And then I start to research. I found blockchain, Bitcoin, Ripple, Verge, Monero, whatever was on that time. Was the end of 16, beginning of 17, was the first bull run. And then I start to invest, trade, research. Was the first time actually that I could use my network of people that I was already very privileged with some good pool of friends, which they could never do anything for me before, go to the competition and give me the 10 score. But for the first time, I could bring some powerful people in different industries to help founders on crypto. So that's when I started to invest on my first ICOs, trading, investing.
It's very interesting that not a lot of people who did before the professional sports and already had some finance education and economical, they trying to become and to participate in those industry, because it's completely different from traditional finance. You saw that what happened when they tried to unite the crypto and traditional finance. They brought ETF to market,
Yeah,
which completely different.
completely different.
But they already did that,
Yes,
and it's very unusual.
very unusual.
And you found what you're trying to enjoy or trying to find.
Yeah, but I was about to just complement what you said, because you could be working in traditional finance for years. You could do a traditional best university in the world about economics. When you jump into crypto, it's a completely new world. So I used to say that the university of crypto is years, time you need to spend, and you need to lose money. So by that time, since I started, I can say that I made some good amount of money. I lost some good amount of money. It's literally I spent my Harvard education on a day-to-day marketing, trading, losing, investing. So like that's the only way. No matter what is your background, when you come to the Wild West world over here of crypto, it's completely different.
And you found what you tried to find, or not?
Yeah, I mean, I've been 20 years facing challenges, like going up and down, winning, losing. So I'm addicted to adrenaline, to risk. My sport was not a like boring sport. It was a sport that takes a lot of daily risks and etc. And when I start to get into this world of blockchain, cryptocurrency, trading, investing, I really found myself. And I did for many years simultaneously. It was not like I blocked one and started straight away. I was doing simultaneously. And then when I finally had to stop my career, I was already completely comfortable. I was already knowing the industry, I already knew what I was doing, I already did my Harvard, lost money. So it was a natural transition. And I really love it. I really love it. I think I'm completely comfortable, and I'm already 7, 8 years in the industry. So yeah.
And what was the first idea when you're trying to achieve the goals with the Matchain?
Matching came after. So basically, on this trajectory, I started to invest first because that's what I could do. Because my goal was to stay still in sports and do something in the industry. So what else I can do besides of trading, which require attention and mental stability and health? So I could invest. So I was using my savings to invest on new projects with new founders. So as an angel investor, I started investing in a lot of projects. Then I found my own venture capital. Fast forward, I invested in over 250 protocols since 2016, 17. I exit in 2021-ish, 2022, beginning of 22. I exit my VC. My co-founders, my ex-partners are still running very well. And then I said, like, we need something different. I've been seeing every single kind of shady project, shady scammers, but amazing projects as well that failed. And then they failed mostly because of lack of infrastructure, lack of users, but good people. So I've been seeing every single kind of thing. I hit some unicorns as well, which was good. So at some point I said, like, okay, I'm done with the investment segment, and I think we need to create something different. And that's when I came with the idea of Matchain to bring this infrastructure to the space.
That's quite interesting. And like my point of view, that most of startups and projects in crypto, sometimes they doing too good what they're trying to do, and that's why they're failing. Because the people wants a little bit more shady marketing, shady schemes than they trying to find.
Yeah.
And because I had my small story, I tried to create the ICO, which based on the freelance platform on smart contracts.
Okay.
And people didn't enjoy that because it was too simple for them. And they can't find that some 10 or hundreds of multiples for their money because it was too simple and too regular for them, and they can't find. And it was unsuccessful project.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lack of infrastructure in the space. First point of view, I believe, is because we have this so many island dilemma, so many chains fighting against each other. Come to my island, open your business here, make kids, bring your community. I'm better than yours. I'm faster than you. I don't believe on this. I believe that blockchain is just a technology behind any application. And when we download an app today on your phone normally, or WhatsApp or Facebook, you don't check if it's built on Java or Python.
Yeah.
You just use the application. I believe that's how it should be blockchain in the future. So in order to found a chain and don't go to the competition with them doing the same thing, just popping from one Twitter spaces to other, trying to steal users, I completely changed the strategy and the approach to focus 100% on Web2 users and try to convert as much as possible. And so far, been very successful. We have almost 20 million users. Mostly came from Web2, which is still a very big learning curve for them to understand what is yield, to understand how to restake. That's not our goal with them yet, but some of them will take, like if 0.1% of this understand, we have big traders, have like potential. But yeah, in general, we are mostly focused on building applications and building experience, UX, that the user already used to have on the normal life, regardless which blockchain you have.
And your main user is like middle investors or small investors or the whales?
Then maybe there's some whales in between, that's for sure or not, but mostly they are normal people. They are like our parents, they're like kids, because like we do a kind of a different approach, like I said. We have like people that from 75 years old, 60 years old, till young, because in our industry is very young. But what we do mostly, we give them power to create their own community and bring it to Matchain and be the first movers on our projects that we bring. So basically, they create their own company, their own agencies of people, and keep onboarding. And depending on the level that they achieve, you can open your own company. So it's like a compound effect on users, on community, because this is exactly the same traditional method that the internet was built, that every single normal company on large scale were built. Not a single large scale company were built on Twitter Spaces. So I believe that the crypto community, we are so used to some Web3 playbooks, which we still do, we still play it, but I go outside,
And do you have any competitors now in
in
your market?
Yeah, I think every single layer 1, layer 2 is a competitor some way, but we are literally not here to compete with them because the products that we are a chain infrastructure, but we have 2 main products, and our main products can empower them. Literally, we can help and empower their user base. We can help and empower them to be a better chain for themselves if they properly understand their data. And we are a chain that can share the revenue with all other chains, with all other big companies, all other peer-to-peer people that want to grow in India, like a normal guy that want to grow their user base. We share the revenue from mining if you bring users to us. So if other chain want to partner with us, we're going to share the revenue with them easily. But we cannot go there to the chains. I already did. Some are pretty good news coming soon. But when we are in this stage, you can't go to other chains because they have big ego, big names, and etc. But if you build a massive user base, a massive data pool, close to 100 million or more, we have to team up, at some point. And that's how I want. I want to see crypto more united, so the end user can have a better experience.
Problem which I saw and I explained already in some media that also some bad guys in crypto, they are not using for example, like Polygon or Solana or other chains because they are too small for them. And the wallets and the amounts of money on the wallets, they're too small. No, not too small. And people who are using the big money, they still using like major blockchains now. And you think you will move someone's down about in top 10 or you have a different approach?
Our approach is like a utility chain. It's more focused on the user, on the community. So first we're gonna build applications that the world it's used to. So we are totally focused on AI. AI is a narrative that the world is ready, right? I have a biggest conference from AWS in Hong Kong this year for 8,000 people. AWS picked Matchain as one of the speakers. Only 3 projects from Web3 was picked.
I saw.
You saw it?
Yes.
And was all about AI. So Jeff told every single desk inside Amazon, say, I don't care what you do on your desk. We're only going to talk about AI. Because the world is ready for AI already. And the crypto boom about AI haven't come, I believed. And I believe that every single application in the future have AI. But AI needs data. Data needs to come from users. So now we are focused on users. Users are going to generate data. We believe that we're going to have a very strong AI model for every single other project. So how we're going to fight with them, with other projects of other chains, I don't know. I have my own strategy. We keep low, like as a Trojan horse, low key. But I believe we have big goals, big vision, and at least for the first year, we want to be top 100, top 50, top 10, top 5. Right now, we are already top 5. We haven't launched our token, but we are already top 5 or top 4 yesterday. We passed Aptos, we passed Tone, we passed BNB Chain on number of unique active wallets.
Oh, unique active wallets.
Active, which they are daily transacting. It's not even on transactions, because one wallet can make 100 transactions a day, but just count as one, right? So far it's doing well.
Yes, that's important.
And then those statistics matters for the industry, right? Because in the end, you can have utility, you can have a good product, but this industry is still a lot about speculation, right? I'm not here to speculate anything, but the market does, inevitably. So if they see our data, they see what we're doing. We just announced PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, as our main partner. We're going to do DID. We're exclusive DID partner of the group, and they have over 500 million fans across the globe, which is our goal to onboard as maximum as possible the next 3 years. So let's see what's going to happen. Just keep working hard and just wait.
No, yes, you told about the active users, and that's really quite important point.
Yes.
Because, for example, I know a lot of people on the Tone who are using the Tone wallet, but to be clear, they bought any NFTs or tap any applications. After that, they forgot about it. And they go into the Trust wallet or SafePal or any other, Exodus, and they still doing their transactions through these wallets.
Yes.
Without coming back to any other infrastructures. Why? Yeah. Because they still using them, I think. For example, I know my first wallet from 2016 year, and I have
Jax?
No, Jax. Jax is.
Do you remember Orange One?
Yes,
JAX?
not very useful wallet at that time. Maybe now they become better and better, but I think no.
I don't think they're even around anymore.
And also blockchain.com, but Exodus is and Trust wallet, they are not very young.
No.
Yes, and I don't know why, but for me, for example, it's much easier to use them than jump on something new.
Yes. But again, like you mentioned about Tone, they made top 10. They are staying firm inside top 10 and keep growing. It's not about they are the fast TPS. Like they have one of the meme coins launched, they crashed the chain because of the volume, right? So it's not even about the technology. The whole hype around it is because of Telegram, of course, and because of the size of the user base and the potential that the market speculate. That was enough to make them top 10, right? So we see them not as a competitor, but as a target, because we can have the same potential already, and we have not even been born, right? Our token is still coming. So based on our number of transactions, active users, we already passed them in the past 7 days, in the past 30 days data. We don't have a token, but they are a 20 billion market cap, and I am a 500 mil FDV. So the market will decide what is a good investment or not,
On our panel discussion, we spoke about the education of the people, and you have some markets you're targeting on. and you will bring some education for them based on your platform, regarding your wallet, regarding your chain. How you look on that?
I think like I said in our panel, in the stage, I think the best marketing tool is a happy customer. Happy customer is a happy user from your product, is a happy user from the community. You see so many useless chains out there, and no matter what happens, they still have good market cap, they still have pump, because the community, they're fanatics, right? Like, I will not name over here, but they're chains that have no utility. They've had 5 years to build a product, but they were out there. So my main point is, you need to make sure that your community is happy. You're always going to have naysayers, complaining, people have their angle. But at some point, you onboard them in the easiest way as possible, and you need to find a way to educate. Because like I said, there's going to be a whale in between. There will be a super big trader in between, a massive developer that can build my next top project inside my chain. But I don't wait to do education only online. I do off-site educations. So I do really prepare. I have over 3,000 teachers in real life that understand about Match, that understand about our main products, that go to classes and teach people. Real education.
How many languages they know? Around the world?
Mostly in APAC. Mostly in APAC. So Vietnam is extremely strong. Cambodia, Bangladesh, India, of course, Singapore, Taiwan, all those countries, all the APAC region in general. The countries that dominate crypto, as you know very well, we are becoming very strong. And that's the kind of education I'm doing. I'm doing education which is not on Twitter. Most of my user base are not on Telegram. We have 9 million users on Telegram. It's huge, but it's not even our real user base. Like some of them are definitely there, but mostly come from the Web3 traditional spaces. But the real user base is off-chain.
And they're using different other messengers or not using all the messengers?
They use the messengers because our main application is a messenger application.
Yes, your application.
Exactly. So our first dApp that we create for Matchain during our testnet period, like a year and a half ago, it was exactly like a WeChat. We create an application that is called, from Match Labs, called Intoverse. Intoverse is completely independent, separate team, but is the first concept that we wanted. We found a very strong potential and talent people to build an application that could be the cheapest customer acquisition cost, because that's how Web3 started. The first pool of users came from MySpace and Facebook, right? So what is the application that people knows how to use? You don't need to teach them very much, and suddenly they have a wallet. Suddenly I have a reward. The more I engage, more I do. And the biggest one is WeChat. So we kind of did something very similar, which is not governmental control. And the adoption was very simple, very easy. People understand how to do it, how to send a red packet, which you can do in crypto inside. You can do everything, but it's engaged to earn. The more engaged, the more you talk, the more you chat, you video call. We have everything. It's really big.
That's look very, very smart, because no lot of projects they doing the same. Most of them chosen already to go into the Telegram and build their mini app and trying to do something inside that. But I saw the cases about mini apps in China with the mining farms, and most of them, I think, the same.
Yeah. So like I said, we play the Web3 playbook. Like, mini app is a trend now, but we were one of the first projects to do a mini app as well, a decent one. So that's why we got a really good user base, and we have our users farming MP points, match points, which will be fantastic for them later for a bunch of benefits, not just for airdrop, but for benefits with Paris Saint-Germain, with other partners that are going to bring them and giving gifts, airdrops from the tokens from our ecosystem. But yes, like I said, there's so many farming in China, farming in India. There's a bunch of cheaters. There'll be always, right? But we're gonna do some filter before our airdrop using our main product, making sure that they all did the right tasks. So we have a fair distribution and trying to make sure that they're unique human, and try to avoid all those cheaters and farmers.
But most of them now, they trying to cheat on the cheaters and
Well, if there's always someone, you're never the smartest guy in the world, right?
Yes.
There's always someone smarter than you. We try to minimize as much as possible, and probably someone will outsmart us. It is what it is. We're gonna do the best that we can.
But most of them, to be clear, they're using two stupid algorithms to optimize them.
Well, not that clear for me, but that's why I have match systems. So in any case, I go to you.
We did a lot of not too a lot, but we did I think near to 10 cases around that, and really to identify them is too easy.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I believe in you. I heard a few things about it.
And which the next steps?
Next steps. We're gonna have a really good announcement this week, which I can say already because this is not live. We are one of the winners, Matchain, about the MVB, the Most Valuable Builder program from Binance Labs, Binance BNB Chain, and CoinMarketCap. They're going to be announcing us this week, which is amazing incubation program. We're going to run for 3 weeks, but full support going to extend for more than 3 months. And after this, we are fully focused already on ComTG. So right now, our focus is migrate all the dApps from the testnet, which our main dApps, including this social media that we have, haven't migrated. And we're still on the top 4 already. So when this data come, we're going to probably at least maintain our position. So make sure that we migrate all the dApps, have the best statistics on DApp Radar, which is the best analytics platform where you can fully track all the chains, and ComTG. Our focus is list our token still this year.
And you think, yes, that looks like a plan.
It's the plan, right? But again, there's so many variables on these. You have a goal. Like it's like we are driving from here to Abu Dhabi. I cannot see Abu Dhabi, but I know that if I keep on that direction, I'm gonna arrive there, right? So you just keep working hard, driving, and stay alive.
And how many users do you think will be until next year?
Well, next year is soon already.
Yes.
It's soon already.
It's near like Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it's linear like Abu Dhabi. So, but I believe that if you can consolidate our users on mainnet, the 20 million that we have from the testnet and etc., it's pretty solid. But our target for the end of next year is 100 million. Conservative.
It's only on the PAC region.
No, global. Like for example, just with Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, they have 500 million global. So Europe, Brazil, they have more fans in Brazil than in France.
Really?
Yes, much more.
I'm not very professional in football.
What a shame. But yeah, football is like it's pretty much like crypto projects community, right? They are all about passion. They want to be involved. They want to be seen. They want to be recognized. So if Vitalik go to a Ethereum maxi guy and text him or send a message or send him a gift, this guy gonna be crazy happy, right? It's the same thing with football fans or sports in general. So we're gonna tap a lot on this industry now.
And you think you will be only with PCG or?
Well,
it's already possible to maximize it with the other.
It's totally possible to maximize, but we are super happy with our relationship with Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. They are very innovative club. Their mindset, their vision for their fans, their commitment is literally to their fans, to the user base, how to maximize benefits for them. It's incredible. What we're doing together and what we're going to do together was not even 10% published yet, our roadmap, our plans. It's truly amazing. So I don't believe any other club will have the audacity to come strong into the Web3 world like the group is doing, which is fantastic. But let's see. We are completely open to have other partners to replicate the same system, what we're going to do with one to other. And that will be beneficial for everybody.
Because most of them, as I know, they trying to copy others. Because only PCG and Inter and someone third, only three fund tokens we have now on the market. Maybe more, but I saw only those three tokens.
Yeah.
And other ones, I spoke with one guy from England, from Great Britain. I don't know how it was better to say.
Brexit.
But and he's in deal with the three major football clubs from England, and he said that they are very not upset, but they look on that's something dangerous, like to be involved in crypto, like a token or something like that. But they staying to be interested in.
Exactly. So like I said, the vision that we have now with this partnership that we announced with PSG, it's amazing because they understand exactly what you mentioned. They understand the risks. They understand there's always a regulation that is completely changing from one day to other. Every single year is a new thing. But they're being very innovative. We're being very responsible as well. But there's also the FOMO effect. Once you see a big player doing something, the other ones don't want to stay behind. Why are you doing it? How are you doing it, right? How did you minimize the risks? We want to know. So I think more things will come, good news very soon.
But those partnerships with the football clubs, I think it will bring to market, we spoke about that, is mass adoption.
Yes.
Yes, mass adoption is a risk, but mostly is a risk who will be mass adopted.
Yeah.
Who will be first in that. After you will be first in that, maybe you will have any trouble, but after you will have a few first trouble, you will become more and more educated.
Absolutely.
Only it could be like that, because I told about that maybe. If no, I had my first crypto portfolio, and I sell it already. But after a few years, I found this wallet or exchange and start to count, and that could be pretty not very good, but very, very, very good portfolio. But I sold it at 2017.
If it's in profit, it's okay.
It doesn't matter now. I think no, it wasn't profitable, but when we will have new people in industry, and we could bring them new technology or maybe new type of projects for them to enjoy not the crypto, to enjoy a new sphere for them.
Yeah.
And maybe they could quit their job and start their business or start to do that they dreamed before.
Yeah, why not?
And yes, after a few mistakes, they will be more and more educated.
I believe so.
And
so it's exactly,
we could help them.
That's why we're here for. That's why we're here for. The mass adoption, because there are different angles. Like we were just talking about fan tokens. They have a fan tokens. There's more than 3 fan tokens from other sports clubs, like almost 10, 12 already. But the fan token is a different perspective, right? They don't really engage with the fan. The fan can be rewarded with the token. The fan must buy the token, but you're not really understanding your user base. Yeah, and this is just a global brand. This can be applied to any other global brand, to any other ecosystem with a large number. What we're doing, we're not going to do tokens with them. We're going to really provide blockchain infrastructure across their products, across the group, because it's a group. It's not just one company, right? They go to the stadium, but they still fly. They still eat. They still buy fashion, right? So if you can understand this and apply blockchain and cut all those middlemen that they used to have, that's the reason why blockchain exists, right? So you can have a straight interaction. That's what we're going to do. And that's the mass adoption. And mass adoption, in this case, we are benefiting the company because you're cutting them cost, showing transparency, and taking control, right? Because all their data that they have right now and analysis is on hands of Alphabet, in hands of those big companies.
Of course.
Of course.
But if we will move those data to their hands and will help them to analyze it, I think yes, that could be something new, not only for them, for the whole infrastructure.
Exactly, and data is only powerful if it's in big, right? So why other football clubs shouldn't combine, or all other sports in general, because it's about community, engagement, and fans. Why don't you put all the fans' data together so they can be enriched and one understand each other? You shouldn't be siloed or separated. That's how we support each other.
We spoke about that.
Yes.
That's why we have now more than 5 companies who provide travel rule solutions, because most of them trying to be unique and trying to bring something new. And I think no each other of them want to unite. That's the problem.
Exactly. That's why, but this is not just in crypto. I think this is a global issue in general. Business owners, founders, it's very difficult to find someone with the collaborative mindset. Like there's a very egoistic or, pride centered. So you want to be the number one in general. Of course, want to be the number one. Anybody want to be the number one. I want to be the number one. But I think nothing great is made alone. And you need to find what makes the difference first. Like I said, happy customer, community, users is what matters most. Look at Amazon. Go back, forget Web3. Go look at Jeff Bezos, what he did for Amazon. He built a company, and his company was so big, so large. He was going to Jimmy Fallon, whatever podcast TV show, and everybody was joking about him, say, Jeff, amazing, Amazon is huge, but you lost 15 billion last year. You're raising funds. He said, yeah, it's okay. We are unprofitable. We are the biggest, most unprofitable company in the world, but don't worry, because he was building the user base, the data. 10 years later, he divorced. His wife is the richest woman in the world. So it's all about the users.
Makes sense for her.
And again, they all deserve. But my point is, he was unprofitable, the most unprofitable company in the world, and became the richest man in the world. It's because of the user base.
Because most of the businesses without the debt, it's not the businesses.
Exactly. Even though like they ask me about Matchain, what do you do for developers right now? How many grants, how many money are you giving? I'm saying for now, nothing. Unless they commit to work and take the tokens after we are live, we are listed. Because developers take grants everywhere from every single chain. They build products for them, nobody uses, and they keep popping everywhere. But if I build a decent user base where developers can come and build projects that they're gonna use, that's where that's how I believe we're gonna attract more devs, because they wanna be and build in a chain that users gonna use their product and they're gonna be profitable. So for example, just now on games, on our mainnet, we have approximately 10 dApps already migrated to the mainnet. 2 games. We are top 5 2 games in the world. One of our game right now, global, is the 2nd place, is Match Quest, and the other one is LOL, is in 4th place. Because of our user base is there. And
they are still playing.
They're still playing. They're active. That's why I'm talking top 5 in the world right now, if we go to the operator, on daily active users. Not transactions, daily active. How much they engage, how much they do a minimum transaction a day, and etc. So,
but that looks like a real results. It's not a results on the paper. Because
absolutely.
If you will try to count how many people in some metaverses or in some other games, I think you will be in upset, because there are no people there, because nothing to do in those very broke artificial intelligence worlds. As I see.
Yeah. I mean, it's an evolving process.
If you have a strategy and it works, that's half of the result.
Yes.
Because most of the strategies, they are broken from the first step.
But that says everything. Every strategy is broken in a certain way, because I believe that a strategy is just a starting point. you need to know your end point. You need to know what you want to achieve. I want to achieve top 5. I want to achieve top 3. I know that's what I want to achieve. I will create a strategy together. Do you believe that this strategy is perfect day one? Come on, of course not. You need, I think one of the most important skills for a founder is the power of be flexible, adaptation. You need to be able to adapt. So whatever is your strategy, you need to recognize if it's working or not, change course, adapt, so you can still reach your end goal. So like I say, like strategy is important, but it will be broken at some point. You need to be able to adapt, be flexible.
Because everything in the world changing now. And
Constantly.
tomorrow will be different than to today.
Yeah.
And you need to adapt. That's the same like in our job.
That's the same. That's the same.
Every day we have a news. They changing our strategy at every hour.
Every hour.
Sometimes 3 times in the hour.
Like I said, like if you think you're always the smartest person in the world, that's your biggest mistake you're gonna do. There's always someone smarter than you. You're gonna be outsmarted. You need to be updated. That's why I even talk to my team. I need people, like I have a very different culture, like maybe come from my background, the sports or whatever, but I really like to work with people that are passionate, dedicated, and live this, is up to date on the news, understand. You don't need to understand tech. You don't need to code, but check what is they are talking about right now. So I think this could make the difference. So I'm very pushy on this point because everything changes daily. You need to adapt constantly.
You must stay updated.
Huh?
You must stay updated.
You must stay updated.
On each thing.
Yes.
Because if you are not, you can't reach your destination. It's impossible. Because some of the people I say, did you check the news? Okay, not the news around the world, only in our, for example, in crypto, in tech. No, I didn't. I said, how you trying to build a product or some part of this product without stay updated every day, maybe three times at the day.
100%. Like
Because now, for example, about AI, Google, they signed a contract with the Reddit for $30 million per year to have an access to all the data on their platform.
I saw it. I'm updated.
Yes, me too. I think that's too cheap.
Brilliant.
I think that's too cheap.
But it's a great move. Reddit is bad for Reddit, I believe it, but Google will get to like a powerful amount of set of data that they have.
Yes, because they need different languages, different teams, different topics, and all the different you could find in Reddit.
Yeah, and that's the only way that you can keep up with the competition or try to stay ahead, because at certain point, things become a trend, like RWA. I invested in over 250 projects. I still have like 40 projects that haven't launched. They're still waiting for whatever the star, the moon to come to market. When I invested on them, they were about XYZ topic. Now they are about RWA. There was no RWA before, but now it's a trend, and then people are following and adapting and changing. So, but also, I believe the best thing that you should do is, if you're following a trend, if it's as a trader or short term, it's okay. But if you jump in a trend, you're already late, because it's already a trend. It became already popular. You're already one piece diluted on that trend. The most important thing is for you to try to predict the next trend, observe, learn. The only way to do it is to being updated. You need to watch the news every day of what you do. You need to be passionate. I'm constantly in every single website about crypto, about the world, about politics, about everything, and trying to find angles.
That's the point, and so we stay updated and we know about the actual news for today.
Yeah.
But most of the people, they are not. And there is one of the mistake. Yes, you could implement those news different, but if you have nothing to implement, that's the biggest problem that you could have now.
And you need to know your area. You need to know your niche. You need to know your market. If you are seeking for investment, you need to know the best investors. in the industry. How can you seek for investment if you don't know the VCs, right? How can you like do a good marketing for your company if you don't know the KOLs or people that are really educated and make the difference and cause an impact? How can you?
About KOLs, I'm a little bit upset, but most of them, they're doing their, let's say, job, about to pay us, we'll text, then we go into the next. And
Yes.
that's
Again,
the problem.
there's a lot of problem, and I have a very personal opinion about this, which I don't like to share. We all play the crypto playbook, but I believe we lack quality because we have a lot of KOLs, some really, really good KOLs and some really bad ones as well. They are taking advantage of the community, and I'm very protective about the users in the community. Myself, because of my sports career before, I helped as an influencer, for Binance, for other partners. And I always try to create like quality content, right? Like my first thing that I did was 5 things all you should know about project XYZ. So when I was on my influencer KOL journey, I created a topic, or let's say a program that was like all about what is the project, why you building this, how, when, and main goal. So just 5 questions that the public should know about the project, right? What is this? Why you're doing it? How you're doing it? When? And what is our main goal? Nothing more. Trying to educate the community about the projects. And this was super popular, super successful on the time.
But most of the people in community, okay, not the most, maybe 50 or 60%, they don't want to know those answers on those questions. And they only want to buy the coin on the 1 and sell it on the 100. That's all what they want. Yeah. And some of them, they are lucky and they achieve this point. But most of them, they are not. Why? We'll never know.
Because when they heard about it, if they heard about it, it's already late. So like I said, but those things are all gambling, in my point of view. Like purely gambling, purely speculation. If they have a strong marketing team, you can have a name of a mouse on your project and you're going to be popular.
That makes sense.
So it's all about speculation, which I'm not pro to this. But in general, you can harm a lot of people and you can make just a few rich. So I call this, even the meme coin frenzy, those are all lottery. It's a lottery.
Most of the people, they harming themselves.
Yeah.
By themselves. They harming themselves by themselves. I don't want to say why, but I think everyone knows why. But it's usually it's daily situation. For example, for our business, when we're asking why you did that, they said we did that already, and we could try to educate them. One of the client of ours, he texted 3rd time at 4 months.
He had 3 problems.
Yes.
In 4 months.
Yes. And he said, I enjoyed when I saw your 5 topics which you must follow for security, and he did all the things against them. I don't know why, but he did, and I said, you forgot about all of them. 2nd time and 3rd time. Said, why you did? He said, because I am stupid.
I think it was actually working for you because he's trying to test your theory. Let me see if these 5 steps work or not. So I will do everything against it. So he was trying to. So now you prove right. You prove that work.
First time he lost 50K. 2nd time he lost it's US dollars. 2nd time he lost 5K, and 3rd time he lost 15K.
Oh my gosh. Well.
but
those are large
but
numbers.
my advices was free for him. But may I need to take something for those advices? Maybe they will enjoy. Maybe they will enjoy them a little bit strict. I don't know.
If they're enjoying losing money, right? Like, give me some, so I help you to lose less.
Maybe it's not for you. Not maybe this money not useful for you.
Exactly. So you can lose less money. But you guys do amazing job. Amazing job. I'm very fan of Match Systems and the work that you do.
Our maybe problem I explained already to you that we can't implementate all what we're doing for the big auditory, because it's impossible to provide all these services for the people who lost 1K, 5K or 10K. It's not depends. It's impossible because you can't find a lot of law enforcement officers around the world to cover all those cases. Impossible. And I think maybe if in future we could find the way how the people in blockchain could verify their mistakes, and maybe any AI or any project could be helpful for them to help them in their cases and to retrieve their money. Maybe that could be a new game changer for them.
I think AI will play a big role in every single angle, but this cybersecurity in general, AI, I think will be very, very important. And if you can find a way, I have no idea, how to scale your solution in general, at least for tracking funds or helping whatever happened for the little fishes, because it still matters, right? Maybe 1K, it's not a large number, but depends to whom.
Yes.
So it's important. So how can we help everybody in a certain way without have to use the manpower, without need to have 1,000 employees to track 1,000K each? It's not necessary. Plus, you still have to talk to the authorities. But also, why not the exchanges should be more flexible and understand that those certified companies, let's say your company, just a vision here, should be certified by authorities, certified to exchanges. And if you put a red flag, it's a red flag. It's done.
Because every authority wants to be the first and wants to be the main. And every exchange wants to be the first and wants to be the main exchange. And
we are back to the same square.
That's the mess, but we still have it, and maybe we could find a way, but I don't think so. In next 3-5 years, I think it's impossible.
Well, in general, I believe we're gonna get there someday. Crypto, Bitcoin adoption, blockchain in general, I believe is not a revolution, it's an evolutionary process, and evolution takes time. So you said like you don't believe that is happening in 2-3 years. Yes, but I think at some point we will all get there.
Now we're in this industry, we're more than 16 years in crypto. Active crypto industry, more than 10 years.
Yeah, 12-ish.
Yes, and but it's already a game changer. Because in fiat industry, you can't trace money by yourself. It's impossible. You know only the credentials of the bank account, but you can't be sure that the money are there and are they still there. You can't be sure. In crypto, you can. You could open the ticks of transaction in the Explorer and to see that is it real or not. But most of the people can't still, and they're using crypto.
Yeah, but there's a lot of frauds on banks as well. There's a lot of people cloning cards, right? Going to ATMs with like 30 cards cloned and withdrawing everyone's money. And people say like, I like physical money. I don't believe in this digital money, cryptocurrency, blockchain. But like when you go to your app or if you're a bank and you see your balance, you just see a number there. Is it real? You don't have money there. When you transfer to someone, it's not any money being transferred. It's sitting somewhere, which maybe not even liquid. It's just a number in the application being changed. In crypto, you're really transferring an asset, unique, immutable.
If you use in your wallet.
Yes, exactly.
Of course.
Nice.
But I think that thing may be changed, and they already changed. And I think CBDS, it could be not a game changer for the people, but maybe the game changers for the governments and for the banks.
What is your take on it? What is your opinion about it?
I think that could be much more transparent for people, and maybe, I don't know, maybe much transparent for governments, but they will achieve what they want. They want to see where money goes.
Yes.
And also, everyone in the regular approach wants to see where money goes.
Yeah.
If someone stole this money, you could see where it goes now in the blockchain. The same will be, I think, with CBDC, maybe. But also, let's see, everything changing.
But don't you think that CBDC is a perfect tool that goes against what blockchain was built for governments control people in general?
They will stay separate, but also they will try to stay united about technology, but also CBDC is a token.
It is.
Yes, if it will be based on the government blockchain, private blockchain, which could be changed, yes, it's garbage. But if it will be based on something transparent with open source code, why not?
Yeah, why not? Then blockchain purpose is fulfilled in general, right? You cut all the middlemen. You have a straight connection with business, straight connections with the peers.
But only one blockchain, okay, not one, only two main blockchains now, they are without any control, like Bitcoin and depends a little bit Ethereum. But Bitcoin still, and Bitcoin Dash Monero, they are still without any third-party control. They have only their core, and that's it. Yeah. Because I think we heard about some other blockchains who try to, they cut one half of the day and rewind or and rewind all transactions for 6 hours. Said no, let's start from this point, and they did it.
Oh my gosh,
that's been Binance Smart Chain, but they did, and now we could see that only few blockchains following their approach and the direction and the truth of the blockchain technology. And they only Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay, Tron, it's something very big now, to be clear. And they have a mechanism inside them to block transactions and to revoting and something else, but they didn't ever try to do that, actually. But let's see.
Well, it's a long way ahead, and I think like every single blockchain will have your own purpose. One is more suitable for your kind of business. One is more suitable for your government in general. But I believe, like I said, this evolutionary process is inevitable. Governments, if they all will do CBDC, I don't know, but they'll be using blockchain in some way.
But, for example, the very friendful for crypto government in Switzerland, they're still not using the blockchain for taxes, for example. But they have a plan B, Lugano, Zug, and other cantons who are very friendly with crypto, but they are still not using the blockchain for any government purposes. Yeah. That's not the question. Maybe an advice. But let's see.
Let's see. Which one? Like, I'm super pro government in general to start to really understand and start to stop and make our life more difficult because of lack of understanding. So I'm pro of them getting more educated and helping and supporting so we can really use this as a benefit to make people's lives better, because politicians, they exist supposedly to make people's life better, right? To make the country better, to make everything better. And I think blockchain is an amazing tool. It's a human tool to give people more freedom or ownership and, I don't know, more autonomy. And then if governments really have good intentions to make people's life better, I think they should keep learning, helping, regulating one thing or another that is very important as well for the security. And yeah.
But the problem that if you want to represent something to them, you could represent, but they need to have a trust, and they want to, and they must to take the all this responsibility on them after they will implement it.
Yeah.
And no one wants.
Till the first one comes and do it. We have now El Salvador. We have now some countries really trying to take the risks. And definitely, you're not going to see a first world country doing a massive change. Has to be a small country, someone that is problem with inflation, problem with A, X, Y, Z, that needs to take the risk, right? And maybe one of those countries will become a powerhouse in the next
Like
5-10 years.
Salvador,
Exactly.
for example.
That's what I'm saying. So
You've been there, no?
I've been there.
After or
no,
before?
No, I've been there competing for gymnastics. But was nothing about crypto. Was still one of the most dangerous country in the world by that time. Right now, it's the safest. They say.
For me, it's the point to see how what changed already in their country, in their economics. But we could find the public articles, but we actually need to see what actually changed.
Let's go there. Let's pay a visit.
Why not? Yes.
I think that we should. The next podcast we should do from there.
Yes, of course. I told that we could make a incident response tool, automated tool, without for the small ones.
Let's build.
Of course, and we will provide the people who have their accounts and wallets on your chain. If something happened, they could report about that. And after our automated tool, we'll see how we. Yes,
I do this part for you. It's fine.
Yes, and after we could see that could be helpful inside the chain or off chain, and what's happened, and to categorize all the incidents, and it could be helpful to apply some changes in the chain or on the other side chain
education
application
for the user.
Yes, and because without them, to be clear, we published the problems with the toner because we did a huge report, and there are so big amount of problems for the small users on Ton, and no one cares. No one cares. A lot of drainers. Yes, for small wallets, and when people texting that I lost $2K, and that's all my money.
Oh my
said.
gosh,
And I understand
sad.
that I want to help.
It's
actually,
sad. It's really sad.
but only what I could, how I could be helpful. I could provide him a report. But the problem is that Ton, they're collaborating only with Elliptic, and they don't want to share their attributes of the wallets with anyone's others. And I said, okay, let's guy from Hong Kong texting to Elliptic, oh, please, could you help me in my case? They will send him a check for 10K. He said, sorry, I lost only 2Ks. And yes, all of us doing our business.
It's not sustainable.
But we need to find something in the middle.
Yeah.
Because, yes, we can't pay for others' stupidness.
Yes.
We can't pay because we are business and we want some income.
Yeah.
But if we could try to be helpful, why not? We must try to be helpful.
I see the roadmap already. I have some ideas. Now I'm going to say out loud. Maybe Elliptic can copy it or other ones. but I think we should do some. I already know what we can do. and will be super. Again, it's to make people's life better, more secure, and try to make the difference. We stay ahead. Like if people are already doing this, we are late. We need to create solutions, and I think it's a good match.
And yes, of course. And if these solutions could be helpful, both of us in our businesses, and maybe it could be helpful for you in your business and for your clients to reach out some customer success, why not? Text us.
100%.
Yes, I think that's it for today.
That's it. I think it's a wrap. Thank you so much. And you have a deal. We have a deal. We just made a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.